Welcome to Life Happens, where Texans come to protect their legacy and prepare for the second half of life. Join your host, attorney Kim Hegwood of Your Legacy Legal Care, and our weekly guest as we navigate the challenges that emerge as life happens. Now here's your host, Kim Hegwood.
Good morning and welcome to Life Happens with me, Kim Hegwood, and my very special guest today is Dash Gordon.
Good morning, Kim. How are you?
And for those of you that do not know, Dash is the Dash Gordon Foundation. And so today we're going to talk about his passion, energizing communities, and how the Dash Gordon Foundation champions special needs, disabled, and at-risk families. And so I have had the pleasure of spending some time with Dash at some of these events, and they are a lot of fun. And so we tell families, if you have a child with a disability, we want you to get on Dash's website so you know where all the fun's happening and come on. And
Absolutely.
so let's talk about your mission. So your mission is to energize and raise awareness for those people that have a disability, right?
Yes.
And so what moment or experience really sparked your passion to create this organization?
Well, as you all know, it's the wildest, wackiest thing, but the short form is I was just a door dasher wearing a costume that created a stir in the community. And through that, the community loved it so much. The city of League City did a little documentary video about me, and it won Video of the Year at the Savvy Awards in Washington. And that's kind of what sparked this. So, I'm just in my office and I see on, social media, a gym with children, special needs and disabilities, a DJ that's unengaged, they're eating pizza. And I just thought to myself, what can I do that would be so much more extravagant than what I'm seeing? And of course, my wife said, do a winter formal. And so I created that first winter formal, and it went off like gangbusters. And then I realized with these 300 plus individuals that attended, how incredible they were. And I just knew that right then, that is where my mission needed to start. I needed to just make the world aware of these children and their families and just show everybody what they bring to the table. That was the spark.
So, well, that's cool. And because I've seen you DJing yourself, and you're actually pretty good at it. And so,
I've been doing it a minute.
just a minute.
Just, well, yeah, I'm a prior club DJ. So,
Yeah. Oh,
and that's
wow.
what, yeah, and that's one of the things I do too as Dash is I train individuals with disabilities and special needs. I currently have 3 DJs that DJ all over Galveston County.
Nicely done. And so,
Yeah.
nicely done. So, your website has lots of highlights of the joys and heartfelt moments that you witness in the communities, that you serve. Can you share a story maybe that really captures the heart of the mission?
I think the pageant is so incredible. And nobody out there was really putting together, they put pageants together, but what we tried to do something that's very similar to like a Miss America, Miss Universe type thing, where the girls, one, they could meet each other, but they could be celebrated in such a way that the world could just see them shine and just understand that they have so much talent, and they have so much to offer. And that pageant showcased each individual young lady, and we were all inclusive. We had young ladies with cerebral palsy, autism, Down syndrome, and it was amazing. And the local church, One Life Church, was a big help of that. But once that pageant took place and I was in that moment, it just blew me away. And I just knew then I needed the world to experience the same thing. They needed to experience the same thing. And that pageant, the first one, over 600 people came. The second year we did it, it was almost 1,000 attended. It was just beautifully done. The girls, just the shining moments that each one of them had from the evening. And it was hard because as each girl stepped onto the stage, you had to listen to 90 seconds of the mother's story about her daughter. And you were just like, oh, we put tissues on every chair. And then, the girls would leave and then they'd get ready for talent. And the talent was insane. We had singers and musicians and comedians and magicians. We had so much. And you just sat there in awe. It was just, it was incredible. And that's when I realized after that pageant that these individuals always needed to be in front of us because we don't bring anything that's that special to the table that they need to see us, but they bring so much to the table. We just needed to see them. And that's all that I've done going forward is making sure that they are always in the forefront.
And so, and they've done a great job so far, and most definitely. And so, and just think about, they already struggle with a challenge. So
Mhm.
being able to, to show the world that, what they can accomplish in spite of their challenge, I think is a blessing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So the Dash Gordon Foundation has supported over 31,000 lives, I think I read, partnered with over 40 community organizations.
Yep.
What does collaboration look like behind the scenes, and how do these partnerships help you amplify your impact?
The thing I love about the partnerships is they want to be involved. They want to be part of this move. It's being called now a movement. They want to be part of the movement. They want these kids and their families to shine. I think behind the scenes, I think what we do is we tap into resources. We don't beg people for money. What we do is we go to organizations and we try to include them to be part of, and then they turn around and help us magnify it even more. And I think that that's where it's been so positive is, you know, one of my partners comes in and says, what can we do for you? You know what you can do for us? Help us create awareness. Be part of what we do. We're gonna let's because if we can get everybody together working this whole program together, so many more people are going to be heard. And that's really just our goal. So all of the community partners that we work with, everything that we do behind the scenes is just really about tapping into the resources and allowing those partners to work with us to help amplify the voices of these kids and their families.
So families often struggle to find these inclusive, empowering spaces. I work with a lot of special needs, families with children with disabilities, so I understand that a lot of this occurs. How does your foundation intentionally create environments where individuals feel valued, supported, and
so,
celebrated?
so this is where it gets fun. All right. So um, I realized I go to eat at places, I go to local bars and pubs. I never see these families. I never see these kids. I created, and we'll touch on that, but the first thing that I created is I created the Dash Gordon Heroes Market. I've gone to farmers market. I've been in farmers markets for quite a number of years, but I never saw a vendor with a disability or special need actually at a market. And a lot of times I was told that, they were too much of a liability to be part of the market. I'm thinking like anybody could trip or fall. It doesn't have anything to do with their
Yeah.
disability. So I decided to create the only functioning farmers craft market in the United States. And it's called the Dash Gordon Heroes Market. And what that allowed these young individuals to do, because we know they have very limited incomes, what it allowed them to do and their families to do is show the world that everything at the regular farmers market or the typical farmers market, as we would call it, they can do the same stuff. We have bakers, we have painters, we have jewelry makers, we have salsa makers, we have woodworkers. We have so much. We have 51 vendors. Not all 51 are at the market, but we have 51 vendors. Every vendor either has cerebral palsy, autism, Down syndrome, traumatic brain injuries. I mean, it's a complete inclusive thing. We don't charge for it. We just want these kids to showcase and show the world that anything that you can do, I can probably do it just a little bit better. And they do.
So where is this farmers market? Tell the
They're
listeners.
all over. We have them in. We've had it in Kema. We do it twice a year on the Kema boardwalk. They love it so much they actually let us do it on the boardwalk. We've done it at League City Park. We've done it at Galveston Bay Brewing. I mean, they're popping up all over. We do six dates a year that we allow these families to bring those kids out and just show the world that they do some amazing things.
And I'm assuming those dates are on your website.
Those dates, when we do put them up, are definitely on our website. Now, the thing that we've been really doing that's kind of shocking the world right now is I'm going to Pomodoros, Coco's on the Canal, Scotty's on the Bay, Good Vibes. And I'm walking in, I'm talking to the general manager, and I'm asking, what's your slowest night? Most of them say Tuesday. I said, great. How do you feel? Let me tell you a little bit about what I do, but how would you feel that your slowest night of the week becomes your busiest night of the week? One evening next month. And they're like, what are you doing? I tell them what I do. And I said, we're going to bring my community that I serve, and they're going to come in here and they are going to blow your minds with the most awesome karaoke that you have ever seen. And so they agree. And I always tell them, you better staff this place because 100 people are coming and they're all coming at once. So you better have waitresses and waiters. You better have everybody there. Your servers better be ready because they're going to eat, they're going to drink, they're going to have a great time. And Kim, it's incredible the response that we've had from the community, because now what we're doing is we're having these big karaoke nights, and typical people are coming out and they're getting involved and they're even singing as part of the karaoke. It's been insane. And now we've got a big one coming up. It's called the Ultimate Mic Drop Championship, and it's going to be at Jackie's Bar and Grill on July 23rd, and it's going to be a packed house, but it's going to be a championship karaoke. Somebody's going to be walking away with the red rubied out microphone, and there's going to be door prizes, and the owners of Jackie's are completely involved, and everybody's dressing up as their favorite singer. I mean, it's going to be insane. And so, but we already put it out there. It's not till July, and we've already got people RSVPing like crazy. So what I realized is, if I put these kids in front of people, people will get to experience them. And when they experience them, they keep coming back for more. They do. They just keep coming back for more. It's incredible. So that's really the whole movement of what I do, is always keeping these kids, putting them in environments they normally would never be seen, and putting them out there and just letting them do their thing. Everybody else has got to adjust. They don't have to. This is their show. And guess what? You can be part of it. You can leave if you want to, but no one leaves. Everyone stays and they go crazy.
It's a lot of fun to watch. Definitely a lot of fun to watch.
Great stuff.
So you host events, you provide resources, you build awareness. So which programs or initiatives are you most excited about right now, and what opportunities are on the horizon?
Well, the word is spreading about Dash, and we have migrated. We've done some events in Louisiana. We're talking about doing some in Dallas. The Heroes Market is something. What we want to do is, what we're really get excited about is we're putting really kind of like a game plan together, because for me in League City to create the only functioning craft market, farmers market with people with disabilities and special needs, to be able to showcase them, it's hard to believe that that's the only one. So now what I want to do is I want other cities around the United States, because we are getting pretty much a whole U.S. eyes on us. We're going to give you the roadmap. We'll even come there and help you launch your first one. But we want these kids to be out, be able to go out there and sell and show the world that they can make money. They're entrepreneurs just like anybody else. So I'm excited about the growth that we're having there. I always get excited about the pageant. Our next one will be coming up. We haven't announced dates. It's such a huge one, and so many people are ready. I mean, we're just doing so much. The karaoke nights, the stuff that we do with the Lions Club and at Hometown Heroes Park, and they've been so incredible. I mean, this thing just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. It's wild.
So let's talk about the pageant coming up. And I believe this is what we talked about last night, right?
Yes.
All right. Here's the thing. Tell our listeners what you need. Okay. What do you need? So that way, when this goes out, when people are listening to it, this is the important part, listeners. This is what he's looking for. So let him know what you need.
So to be honest with you, we're looking for a facility. We love to do it in a church setting. We do. We think it's great when it's in a church setting. And we love for the church to be involved with their volunteers and their tech personnel and stuff like that. So what's really been a roadblock this year is just finding a home for this incredible event. I mean, it's spectacular. We do all the work. We just need somebody that wants to open up their facility, whether it's a church or a local theater, maybe something from one of the colleges or whatever else, somebody that wants to open that up for us and give us the opportunity to showcase these women and just show the world how incredible they are.
But tell them how big a facility you need now. This is what was like, wow, okay, you need a great big facility.
We need it to host between 800 and 1,000 seats. We have to have it. It has to be able to seat at least that.
That's big.
It's huge. It's big. It's very big. It is killing.
And it dawned on me here just for a minute. Does it matter how far you have to go to have this event?
No, I mean, if we have to, I mean, we have contestants from all over. We have contestants from Dallas and San Antonio and Beaumont. I mean, we do. So it's pretty broad. We'd love to have it as close to home as we can. Just for geographical reasons, it's just a little bit easier to get everybody involved because we have a lot of local sponsorships. They're big sponsors, but they're local. But we'll definitely flex. We'll work with any organization that would think about donating the space based on their dates. We're flexible there. The pageant's going to be a year out, but we have to get ready for it now because it takes us that long to plan it.
Definitely. So, for listeners who want to get involved, whether through volunteering, donating, spreading awareness, what's the most meaningful way they can support your mission today?
I mean, really just follow us on social media. Share the stuff that we do. Push it out there. If you want to donate to the foundation, yes, you can. We love that. We don't ask. We've had some wonderful people that just surprise us, which we think is great. We just go to our website. We just dropped a brand new website. It just went live today, which I'm really excited about. I think it gives a much better visual of what we do in the community and really what we're starting to do kind of in other states. So that's a big plus. You can follow us on Facebook. We're huge on TikTok, or Instagram is growing. I mean, there's a lot. I'm easy to find. If you just Google me, you can find me.
So, definitely, most definitely. So, Dash, what's the website? How do people get a hold of you?
Okay, so they can go, of course, to dashgordon.org. We shortened it. It used to be, the dashgordonfoundation.org, so it's now dashgordon.org. And then, of course, you can email us at info@the-gordonfoundation.org. Somebody will reach out to you quickly. We've got somebody that's always got their eyes on emails and messages that are coming in. We're not ones that just, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks later, you're getting a phone call. We want to be engaged. We want to know what you'd love to do and what you want to be part of.
Perfect. Phone number.
409-977-1903 or 1903. Everybody says but it's 1903. And that'll take you directly to the Dash Gordon Foundation phone line. I call it the hotline. And and you just let us know, how you want to be part of this incredible movement and just showing the world how incredible each one of these individuals is and everything that they deserve to be.
All right, Dash, I so appreciate you being on the show. So I'm a huge fan myself. So I'm super glad that you're on the show, and I'm glad we can support you in this way as well.
Thanks for having me, Kim.
All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Life Happens with Kim Hegwood. Be sure to tune in every Thursday at 10 a.m. wherever you listen to your podcast as we navigate through the challenges that emerge as life happens. The content of this podcast does not establish an attorney-client relationship or constitute attorney-client privilege, legal, medical, financial, or any other professional advice.